Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another couple heroes to replace. One bottom left side is a yellow Soviets, got TrumpNation. Spawn as a blue Soviets, or blue US, we have Tushenka, not Tushkani from not Rimworld, Homeworld. Spawn as the magenta OKW player, got Sachetti, and spawn as the red Wehrmacht player, got surrender button is broken. It's broken! We do have an early Wehrmacht mortar. I disagree with that. The Wehrmacht mortar is pretty nice. I would say probably should go for the one the bolt to provide tighter scatter is probably a bit better. So I would probably swap these bolts into something else. Tushenka. Alright, that's simple enough. Trademarked. Shun Pioneers do take a bit of damage there. But the early Wehrmacht mortar is something I disagree with. Best go for a pair of Grenadiers before I for a mortar. If I go for a mortar opener, I tend to go with Pioneer, MG42, into double Grenadiers and a double mortar. Because the early mortar gets a good hit there. The Soviet player is being a little bit idle, but he's forfeiting the left side of the map to the US player. He has basically no field control at the moment. The MG42 is going to be pretty idle. He's going to have to play around on defense. And now the US player spots the early mortar, and he's going to be capitalizing and trying to punish it. We do have some it looks like we've got massive Pathfinder opener. And we've got urban defense tactics, so potentially some shock troops early on. Guards do take Grens do take a bit of damage there. We do have the max employment be by the Soviet player. So he's gone for an early tier 2, not bad. It's pretty rare to see that nowadays. Goes conscript, maxim, another conscript, nice mixed composition. And additionally, he has triple Ziska penetration bulletins, which is something I quite understand. It makes it much more reliable for the heavy panzers. And pretty much guaranteed to be very reliable for versus, they say, the Austrian Panzer IV. And he will need extra armor of the penetration bulletins to help deal with the up-armored Panzer IVs. Like fire more accurately, and Vtuber pen, which is not really needed. Vtuber have the same pen, in fact their stats nearly identical to the Pak 40. I suppose double engineers could be quite nice for the Soviets. Now we've got the reaction squad here. We've got an early MG bunker. No. You don't want to go for an early MG bunker like that. The US player does throw the reaction squad, so this player can now deploy S mines a bit more aggressively. We got the Pathfinder sort of blobbing way forward, MG42 straight forward. MG bunker here hitting the Maxim, and the mortars can be hit by the Maxim. MG42 does suppress and pins down the Pathfinders. That one-man squad does manage to get decrewed and does get recrewed now. Mortar can spit it on the Maxim. Mortar's not falling it back. And Maxim's not falling it back. So we got full power Pathfinders for the US player. Once he gets any bars, become a bit more lethal, but until that point, they're a little bit weak. Panzergrenadiers on the build queue. He has gone for the mobile defense doctrine. That's a pretty rare doctrine nowadays. Particularly the fact that I suppose the Puma does not require structure, it just requires five command points. It is, wait, passive. Oh yeah, so it's a passive ability to unlock the 5 command points. Got it. I'm still used to passive abilities being like, oh, 0 command points. Like, wait a second, that's not a click and summon. Yeah, 2 raid commanders. That can be quite interesting. counterattack tactics, and raid or breakthrough tactics. That can be quite interesting. I wonder how aggressively they use it. It's usually an ability you don't see deployed too often. The mobile defense is not like the doctrine gets selected anymore. It does have now the command tank, which is very nice. The Pumas go along with it. And plus, getting access to Regal AT mines can be very nice as well. It's also pretty fun to have a camouflage reinforcement point. This is a very fun ability. I think it's people don't play around with it a lot. Oop, there's a landmine there. Yeah, I'm just so used to just seeing passive abilities to be unlocked to 0 command points. Ooh, and there's a full squad wipe. I'm just so used to old mobile defense doctrine. The one where you get ×2 Ausstruppen, which is very not worth it at, what, 4 command points was it? You now have a 250 half or 251 half track being employed in the field. Very nice. So it may see some fun camouflage or Regal AT mine play. More half track falling back. I heard another landmine detonation somewhere. Grenadiers need to fall back a little soon. The 250 half track can also allow a bit of 251 half track and also support some forward healing. Hop inside, you get some passive healing, which the Panzer Grenadiers should probably hop inside. They're pretty wounded. As they dismount, they will get reinforced, so don't need to worry about getting them fully reinforced. You could probably wait till the Grenadiers show up to, so they get healed up as well. Panzer Grenadiers now inside, getting healed on up. You can see the health bar going up here. Now the Sturm Officer now deployed in field. Got some shock troops deployed in field as well. We may see a forced retreat, but he's actually out of munitions. Molotov thrown here. Does go and drop him off. He is going for the camouflage 251 half track. And we do have a Greyhound, no, the utility car deployed in the field. And I think I just saw him lay down a treadbuster landmine there. I guess not. I saw the gunner duck down like that. Oh, there you go. He's going for the treadbuster now. So both the US player and the Wehrmacht player has access to a treadbuster. Shock troops behind some heavy cover there. Up north, since the left side of the map was forfeited to the US player, it's now being fully secured by the US player. Panzer Grenadiers engage at point-blank range. That's not good. And the Maxim finds all these squads just pressing down, allowing the shock troops to advance with a very, very little retaliation. Sturm Officer push right forward. Looks like Maxim will need to fall back really soon. May get some suppression there. Does not get enough burst there. But the conscripts and engineers nearby. Pioneers push forward. Nothing's located inside the 251 half track. H just appeared out of nowhere for the Soviet player. Trying to knock around the shock troops. A lot of the Pioneers get some free damage there. They're not really properly shooting there. Throw the fragment there onto the mortar half track. Or not mortar half track, just regular mortar. Who can get the half track to get the health for Gen going, which is probably a good idea. Does full withdrawal there. This gun connects onto the half track now. Grenadiers can kind of work for a rotate around. You have these guys reinforcing. Pick up battle phase 2. And now the machine gun placement is starting to go on down. Great hit there onto the flamer engineers from the leg. That combination is definitely going to be wiped. Drops a flamethrower there, so the Sturm Punters can pick that up. Or the Sturm Officer. Both will be a good item to have to pick that up. Maxim does suppress down the Panzer Fusiliers. We got some airborne troops now pulling the field, going for the M1919s, and senior rounds onto the utility car. Does manage back out of range though, and the Panzer Pathfinders do avoid it. The not Flammenwerfer Sturm Pioneer does fall back there. And the Panzer Fusiliers do get a good engagement. Quite possibly. I wasn't paying attention if he did do that. MG42 suppressing down the paratroopers, and the MG42 is getting hit pretty hard, but the light is a good shit there. He's blobbed up pretty nicely, allowing good high explosive targeting. Shock troops push away forward. Smoke barrage there. Got the conscripts pushing forward. Looks like the Panzer or Sturmwasser does fall back. The not Flammenwerfer Sturm Pioneers push forward. Got the shock troops in melee range. There's a good damage there onto that Panzer Fusiliers. Got the Panzer Grenadiers pushing forward, and the shock troop does fall back. Grenades been thrown there. And the beacon there does get destroyed. The Flammenwerfer connects onto the utility car, forcing him back. This gun gets a good shot there. Grenadiers took a pretty good hit there, but they will not be wiped on out. Barely though, as I was saying that, one more model got dropped when I thought it was out of range. MG42 getting suppressed by the Maxim, and trying to suppress this formation, but these two guys up front is drawing a bit of fire there. Panzer trying to flank, does force back the Maxim. MG42 still trying to fire away. MG42 did get wiped on out, but it will not be captured at the current rate. The comms engineers could try popping out to grab it. Utility car pushes way forward. Comms engineers, so it looks like going to try to grab the MG. Does manage to grab the MG. Everything start focusing it down. Light range a little bit short, and looks like MG42 will be secured. Molotov's been thrown there by the conscripts. And a grenade there from the shock troops. Conscripts holding on back. Got the Sturmwasser now versus C2, which does get the extra man. General Claire does have now 2 mortars in the field, and his teammate has the double of Cannonwerfer, only 1 lag. So they have a good amount indirect at the moment. And looks like this player is going for a command tank. Very nice, short-barreled Panzer IV. Okay, player has sheer Panzer quarters. Panzer authorization has been authorized. And almost enough fuel for a Panzer IV. If double Cannonwerfer from field, probably not need to go for a Jagdpanzer. And looks like Soviet players now starting to build tier 3, so he gets tier 4 built, though he does have a good amount of fuel for it. And US players now going for a Scott.
Heavy machine gun team, ready for orders.
Let's see, strange variant combo played by the Axis. Definitely is. And we got the US blob once again. Sturm Pioneers or Panzer Grenadiers who get inside the half track that's camouflage. Bundle grenades probably needed. Does toss one out. And here comes Short-barreled Panzer IV, which should have a good amount of barges in front of him. Mortars and Ligs need to start engaging over here. Panzer IV could be pushed a little bit closer. Does decrew one of the mortars here with the shock troops. And the Sheer Panzer quarters will protect the decrewed mortar. Not sure what that frag was trying to do. Got some AT guns here to stop the short-barreled Panzer IV, but we do have a dropped bar from a Pathfinder. Which Grenadiers pick that up. Might as well go with LMG to go along with it. Bounce there. This gun does connect on the short barrel Panzer IV. Grenade's been thrown there. Good pen there on the Scott. I'm assuming a short barrel Panzer IV will eventually defeat a Scott, though honestly it's a matchup I don't think I've ever seen before. Utility car once again pushed right forward, finds if it can warfare, and the US player's not paying close enough attention, which may take it out there. The Treadbuster landmine here no longer exists, if it ever did existed. Shock troops force back the Sturm officer. And it throws off some tactician there and falls back. Ooh, good hit there. High explosives, one way to deal with blobs, mortars, and light shots. May see some grenades in this blob here. Shock troops taking some hits there. Lag is going for a shot. Where exactly it's going to land, I'm not sure. Good grenade there. I think one of the Pathfinders just got wiped out. Oh, nope, there's a paratrooper dropping on in. Landmine's been found there. Looks like a Soviet landmine hit the OKW player found. This barrage there. Misses there. It hits the Panzer Fusilier to the Scott. And again there. Norfolk gets a good shot there. As for push right forward. Does destroy the landmine there, so we'll remove it. Good it there onto the Sturm officer from the Scott. Puma deployed up by the mobile defense doctrine. Gotta be careful. There's targets in front of him, but there's also some that threaten him. Did he just use sable rounds on a Puma? Oh, game lagged out a little bit, but I don't think that was a back of the game. Why did he use sable rounds on a Puma? You don't even need sable rounds against a Panzer IV. The chance of it bouncing on Panzer IV is actually not that high. It's more of an accuracy issue. Why? I don't think, yeah, the USAT gun cannot bounce on a Puma. It's all about hit or miss. And that build does not increase accuracy as far as I can remember. MG42 does get flanked by the lieutenant. It looks like this 50 cal is going to get hit by the Puma, and now we've got a KV2. So the Puma's going to have extreme trouble versus the KV2, even on the rear armor, I believe. Alright, start to fall back. Short barrel Panzer IV connects into the conscripts. I need to start to fall back. Plus the Puma does get a frontal pen there onto the KV2, and then a frontal bounce. And a frontal bounce again. We're going to do Panzer IV straight forward. Good pen there onto the Panzer IV there. The conscript squad's about to get wiped on out. He's trying to finish off the conscript. Lag got the kill. Secure the kill. And utility car goes down to something. Maybe we can work for this one. AT gun connected on the Panzer IV. Does get a rear armor pen. And rear armor pen onto the Puma. I think the Yaga Tiger wouldn't be half bad against the KV2. It would be a good way to deal with it out of extreme range. And right now the US fighter does have Jackson and Scott. And I think, yeah, I think the Jag Tiger would be the good call. Jag Panzer or Jag Yag Tiger, both would be a good option. A KV2 lobs around, gets a good hit there. It has, I think, the siege mode activated.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Grenadiers do fall back there. Short pans forward, way forward. Jackson's going to pose a problem for red. He does have a Pack 40, which is under siege from the KV2, looks like. Good pen there. KV2 is in a good position to cover this central region. Just needs a spotter. And when AT gun connects onto the Puma, did he just use more saber rounds? Looks like the Panzer IV goes down. He may use that onto the short-barreled Panzer IV. Light does splash in the middle of the formation. And the Panzer Grenadier is trying to fall back. These guys are trying to fall back. Good pen there. Panzer Fusiliers do fall back. Smoke round there. And we've got now the Troop Officer takes a bit of fire there. He does throw a smoke grenade. Only didn't accomplish all too much. Right now, I think the Wehrmacht player may want to eye for some Panzerwerfers. Well, the Okuda player should eye... looks like the crew went to repair up the Jackson first. And I think the Okuda player should eye for the Yag Tiger. Right now they have a lot of support weapons to deal with, so that's why I think the Panzerwerfer would be a good call. The Yag Tiger would just be a great way to get the KV2 among all the other armor. Panzer Grenadiers getting wiped out, just thrown away to the bar finders. Double Kenwerfer there. Kenwerfer will hatch over the KV2. This one's basically one shot away. Not to mention his teammate Scott is helping him out quite a bit. He's becoming mobile. This barrage helped him out as well. Yeah, all the high explosive lob there just did a lot of work. And the Pack 4 just came on up, got hit by those barrages as well. Red does not have Battle Phase 3 research. If he has Battle Phase 3 research, he would have enough for our Panzerwerfer. Yag Panzer more than Yag Tiger. Oh, they're getting... they need indirects. They're getting hit by a lot of indirects. It feels like the mix of all the support weapons, let's see. I have one Maxim and the Zis guns. Yeah, I really do believe Panzerwerfer is going for another short barrel Panzer IV. I disagree with that. As much as I like it, I disagree with it. I don't see it providing any real utility at the moment. Sure, it may make the Puma take another hit, but you shouldn't really be hedging your bets on a single short barrel Panzer IV. Sure, it can make your other units a bit more resilient as well, but still not enough. We got now the assault artillery being flown field. This is actually something that's pretty useful in this doctrine right now.
We have lost an MGT. We have a new Panzer IV.
Fuel just got consumed. Is it Battle Phase? Yep, Battle Phase 3 is being researched. Ooh! Shock Troop got annihilated due to them stacking up in the retreat. The Wehrmacht player needs a Panther. Possibly, though I'm a bit more... Could be nice upon his fuel. That's one reason why I think his Okuda teammate should go for the Yag Tiger. It will handle the anti-tank role very, very well. And he looks like he is safe with the Jag Tiger. But right now, Okinawa does need has a manpower issue, so he's got to be a bit more reserved as assaults. Hands forward, taking some hits there. He does have a Shun Pioneer that can be used for repairs. His Panzermuseums are pretty reinforced, so they can push forward. So manpower's income bleed right now is not too terrible. And the Scots are hitting him pretty hard there. Yeah, they need something to engage those Scots. Because they're just getting annihilated by those Scots. They do have Jackson KV2. They are lacking in large amounts of anti-armor, so Panthers could punch through and range them. But Jag Tiger could also somewhat fight that effect as well. Right now they have to do something to be a bit more aggressive. Transport does depend there from Jackson. Puma push way forward. Does get fetch C2 there. Short Ball Panzer IV won't be able to do much in this situation. Octoplay has enough fuel for the Jag Tiger. Just need to stop. Need to just preserve his manpower. Maybe don't be too aggressive. Red has the heavy Panzer IV now pulled in the field, which also does give him access to the all-out war ability. Lots of explosives just being hurled over to the Axis. One of the few things better than hurling insults is hurling explosives. You know, the short barrel Panzer IV straight forward, but it is just going to be thrown away in this current movement. He could fire a smoke round. Looks like he's going to fire a smoke round, but looks like it sort of... Oh yeah, shares this cooldown with the Panzer Tactician. Managed to get behind the line side block. The train does. Looks like the man escape on out of there. Good pen there onto the 254 half track. Thus it does go down to Jackson with utilizing Hevap. He did not need Hevap for that, but he will need Hevap against the Panzer IV. Some sort of... Oh, you got the P4 being summoned. Some Pioneers took a beating there. They do fall back. Jackson's one pen away from death. This gun sitting on up, one pen and stun 4. But gets out of vision range. Force on the ground. Rolls a miss there. P47's however come for another volley. And Jackson does hit it regardless, but those large things are spotting from the planes. Managed to get targeted right before it got out of the radius. I thought it was outside the radius in time, but I was mistaken. That Panzer Grenadier does go down, and we do have a Panzer on the build queue. Right now, I do believe your hand Jag Tiger is available. The Jag Tiger needs to be pulled on field. Right now, the Allies push too far forward. I do think now I agree with you that the Panzerwerfer is a bad call and go for the Panther. Puma does get a good shot there on the Scott. He does have veteran C2, so he could probably jam. Could use the aim shot ability if he had enough munitions for it. Does depend on the KV2. And looks like the Pathfinder's taking quite a bit of damage there from the likes and various indirects. The Jag Tiger looks like it's on a move order. Oh, he just used the whatever that's called. The armor-piercing, let's see, armor-piercing, capped, ballistic cap, high explosive shells. It's a form of armor-piercing shells of high explosive filler. That's what that means. But if it has the word HE in it, doesn't necessarily mean it's good against infantry, at least when it comes to the description of a shell. good Yag Tiger Shotgun Jackson. This provided pretty good of anti-armor coverage, but can be overwhelmed. US plays going for another Jackson, help deal with the Yag Tiger. Great hit there on the Panzer Fusiliers. Yag Tiger needs to start eyeing to engage the KV-2. I love how they're using the description of a armor-piercing APHC shell for piercing all world targets. It should be one of the concrete penetrator rounds that you should use instead for this description. Oh well. Not sure if the Pak-44 had a concrete piercing round. Wouldn't surprise me if it did. It looks like the not Flammenwerfer Sturm Pioneer got wiped out and dropped the not Flammenwerfer there. One thing that this half-track could do is push forward, camouflage, and be a spotter for the Yag Tiger. I think that would be a good idea. Because right now the Yag Tiger just needs a spotter, though Panzers do have good spotting radius with the G43 upgrade. Scots is running on in. Panzerwerfer. Oh, does largely miss the combat engineers actually. And the S-35 is one enough that, ooh, if that round would have connected, it would have finished it off. And we got flares here. And the abilities reduces the rate of fire for world piercing. Not sure why he was doing that in open ground. Right there on the Sturm Pioneers, starting to fall back there. There's a lot of US armor there. Does get a good hit there. Grenadiers get hit. Yag Tiger misses the KV-2, but does splash pen. Oh, good hit there onto the Panzer Fusiliers. Here's the T-476 plot going for a ram. The Yag Tiger has taken quite a bit of damage there. There's no Volcano Warforce left, nor do I think any Pak-4 is lacking any escort items. There's a Puma still alive. Needs a infantry rifle grenade to connect on the... Oh, and here comes a loiter. There goes the Yag Tiger, and that's probably going to be game. He does have enough fuel for another Yag Tiger, just needs it off cooldown and need a lot more manpower. Yep, I think Magenta's backed out of the game. I think he's idle now. And will the player, the surrender button is broken, will find the surrender button. Will it be broken? Puma does go down. Looks like the red player's not going back out of the game. Going to be playing with the AI ally then. And there's not much the AI can do versus KV-2. Who has the siege mode turned on? Being sieged down. T-476 here. S-35 can help siege down structures. And red has nothing to deal with all the Scots, let alone the Jacksons. Red's going for a Panther. There goes the half track. And this game's ultimately over. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit. So triple capture against them. It's going to be ending pretty quickly, so I'm going to fast forward even more. Oh, you did?
Is down to 25 points. Victory is in our grasp. The people anticipate our victory.
Panthers being overwhelmed by the Jacksons, and that is the end of the replay. This is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.